Have you ever wondered what absolute terror looks like? In the 14th century, entire cities surrendered without a single shot fired the moment those three-ringed banners appeared on the horizon. This wasn't just another conqueror. This was a man who built pyramids out of 70,000 human skulls. His name was Tamerlane, a brilliant strategist, a patron of the arts, and the ultimate architect of death. Today, we're staring into the abyss of his mind. Why was he feared more than the Black Death itself? And was there a method to his absolute brutality? Stay with us until the end. The truth will haunt you. In 1336, the sky over Samarkand bled crimson. It marked the birth of a man who would one day make the world tremble. But for now, he was nothing more than the son of a minor chieftain, with nothing to his name but a sword and a savage, unyielding will. Young Timur didn't inherit an empire. He tore it out of the world's throat with his bare teeth. In his youth, he was a lowly bandit leader, a raider scavenging for livestock on the lawless plains. But one skirmish changed everything. Arrows tore through his right arm and leg, leaving him broken. He was supposed to die. Instead, he crawled back from the brink to become the Iron Lame. The pain didn't break him. It cauterized his soul, burning away every trace of mercy. He mastered a level of agony that he would later unleash upon entire nations. Timur learned the ultimate truth of the steppe. In this world, only power is respected. He began forging scattered, warring tribes into a single lethal machine, offering a simple choice: absolute loyalty or certain death. The first foundation of his empire wasn't built on stone. It was built on the blood of both his allies and his enemies. The world held its breath as the two greatest predators of the age collided. In one corner stood Bayezid, the thunderbolt, the terror of Europe. In the other, Tamerlane. Their showdown at the Battle of Ankara in 1402 became the ultimate masterpiece of Timur's military genius. He outmaneuvered his foe, cutting off their water supply, and then unleashed a weapon the Ottomans were never prepared for: armored war elephants. The defeat was total. The arrogant Sultan Bayezid was captured alive. Legend has it that Tamerlane kept him in a golden cage, using the fallen sultan as a literal footstool to mount his horse. This wasn't just the humiliation of a man, it was the crushing of an entire empire. Tamerlane proved that no force on earth could halt his iron stride. Ironically, Europe breathed a sigh of relief. The Iron Lame had obliterated the very power that threatened the Christian world, never realizing he had just saved his own future enemies. Tamerlane didn't just win wars, he erased cities from the collective memory of history. His entire strategy was built on total suppression. When his horde descended upon Persia, he issued a chilling command. Every single soldier was to bring him the severed head of an enemy combatant. From these grisly trophies rose his infamous Towers of Skulls, a horrific visual warning to anyone even dreaming of rebellion. He was a walking paradox. Tamerlane could spend hours debating philosophy and Islamic law with the greatest minds of Samarkand, while just outside his palace walls, entire enemy garrisons were being entombed alive into the very foundations of his fortresses. His tactic wasn't chaos, it was the demonstrative destruction of hope. In the city of Isfahan, to break the spirit of the defiant, he ordered entire districts to be leveled to the ground, leaving no one behind who could ever take up arms again. This wasn't senseless rage, it was cold, mathematical calculation. Timur knew that the news of his absolute retribution traveled faster than his cavalry. Cities would throw open their gates the moment his banners appeared on the horizon, knowing full well that the Iron Lame never gave a second chance to those who dared to resist. The riches of the entire world flowed to a single point: Samarkand. Tamerlane was obsessed with transforming his capital into the center of the universe. The finest craftsmen, artists, and architects from every conquered land, those few he chose to spare, were forced to build the colossal Bibi Kanim Mosque and the legendary Gure Amir Mausoleum. He moved mountains. Indian marble was hauled by war elephants, and Persian gold flooded the city's treasuries. Samarkand was a city of lush gardens, yet the air always carried the faint, metallic scent of war. Even surrounded by the finest silks, Timur remained a predator at heart. He despised the soft life of palaces, choosing instead to sleep in a military tent pitched in the garden rather than in stone chambers. His empire was a brilliant, artificial creation, held together solely by the force of his personality. He created a magnificent facade, but behind it lay the hollowed-out void of devastated territories. Samarkand was a jewel, but it was a jewel nourished by the blood of millions. He was nearly 70. His body was a map of old scars and endless campaigns, yet his mind, as sharp as Samarkand steel, demanded one last crowning victory: the conquest of Ming China. In early 1405, despite an abnormally brutal winter, Tamerlane marched his colossal army eastward. But the great conqueror finally met a foe he couldn't defeat: nature. In the city of Otrar, paralyzed by icy blizzards and a devastating fever, the Iron Lame realized his time had run out. His death was quiet, a haunting contrast to the thunderous roar he had made across the world throughout his life. With his passing, the empire he had stitched together with blood and fear began to slowly unravel. But the story of Tamerlane did not end in the Gure Amir Mausoleum. His persona became shrouded in dark legends, the most terrifying of which concerns his eternal sleep. Carved into his massive, dark green jade tomb was a chilling warning: "Whosoever violates my peace shall unleash an invader more terrible than I." For centuries, this warning kept the world at bay, until June 1941. A Soviet expedition, seeking to study Tamerlane's remains, ignored the curse and forced open the tomb. Mysticism or tragic coincidence? Only hours after the archaeologists lifted the heavy stone slab to reveal Timur's skeleton, still bearing the telltale injuries to his leg, the Great Patriotic War began as the Nazis invaded the Soviet Union. Legend has it that once Stalin learned of the curse, he ordered Tamerlane's remains returned to Samarkand with full honors in 1942. Shortly thereafter, the tide of the war turned. Whether truth or myth, the legend underscores the sheer scale of Tamerlane's shadow. Even after half a millennium, his name commands fear. He left behind more than just ruined cities. He left the majestic Samarkand, a frozen monument to a man whose gaze once made the world tremble. He is gone, but his shadow is permanently etched onto the map of Eurasia, a reminder of how one lame warrior changed the course of human history forever.